All right, welcome back, Lacrosse friends, to the 2019 Top Prospects Showcase here on Lac Sports Network. I'm Steven Stamp, joined by Ethan Sunderland. This is Game 2, about to start. Team Powless 2 versus Team Dawson 2. Yep, the teams are coached by Johnny Powless and Dan Dawson. I do know who Dan is, don't worry. Here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Thanks once again to Jamie Dawick and his organization for making the turf available. And Ethan, we saw a pretty interesting first game, a lot of talent, a lot of really good things happening, and a lot of challenges for these kids getting used to each other with kids they don't know.
I agree with you. As the game settled, the kids became more fluid in their defensive sets as well as in their transition and offense. And if we thought the first rosters were young men of great size, the behemoths on this page are really jumping off them.
Yeah, if you look down the list, there's a bunch of kids who are, as we said, north of 6 feet and 200 plus pounds. I mean, again, these are 16-year-olds. They're graduating midgets. About half of the players here are eligible for the Junior A draft. If you're in a Junior A center, you're not eligible for the draft. You automatically become property of that team. If you're a Junior B or Junior C kid, then, or you're from a Junior B or Junior C center, then you're eligible for the draft. The first turnover of the game, and Team Powless will rush into the offensive set. Jabe Verbeek hands it off, gets it back from Jake Darlison.
Look at the speed of play Powless's team is coming out with in this first period. Something that was different from his in game one.
That's what jumped out at me too, just how fast they're going. And you can say the same about Dawson now. His Team Dawson going for a run. This could be a track meet with these guys out here. And of course, they're the second group. They were doing their combine stuff, their fitness testing, and that before the game, while the first game was going on. Then they would have come over and seen part of this game, the previous game. And they had a chance to get fired up to see that they're going to be out there playing on this Toronto Rock Athletic Center turf. Here's another chance. Pass doesn't get through. It's picked off beautifully. And then protecting the ball well while staying out of the crease. What a great play.
Well, Alex Russell, listed at 5'7", 135, is showing immediate courage taking that ball into the paint there.
That was Race Ripley with a really nice, solid shift there. And he is one of the guys you've come up with from Baltimore in the East Coast Box Lacrosse League. I think it's really cool, like we said earlier in the broadcast, just to see these players getting a chance to play real box lacrosse in the culture, as you said, engendered by Dave Huntley. We talked about that at length in the first game, so we're not going to go into it too much, but it is pretty cool to see these guys. Keep an eye on him here in this game, and look out for Truett Sunderland, young man that you're pretty familiar with.
I can be, although as he gets older, he knows more than me.
That happens with everyone's children. Long outlet pass doesn't connect. Big battle along the boards for it. And Powless will come away with it. Jabe Verbeek getting it. The behind the back pass connects. And I don't know if it's a matter of having seen the other game happen first, but these guys don't even seem to have the same kind of nervousness or they're just out there playing. They're playing fast. They're making things happen, and it seems like the cohesiveness is better already in this game.
I couldn't disagree. I was kind of mesmerized by Dwyer running the transition there at 6'2", 205. Again, running back ready. Good take by Ripley there.
Nice save there by the starting goaltender for Team Powless. They have a couple of goalies. I'm going to double check whether it's Quentin Greenfield or Nick Sanderson between the pipes. Of course, with their turn facing us, we can't see the number on their back. No over and back in CLA rules that we're playing here. We're playing 3 20-minute periods, but it's running time. 5 minutes in between, during which Scott Fox will have an interview with the player. And here's a wide open breakaway. Taking a look around, all alone. Nice finish. Great job from start to finish there by Michael Blameyers from Guelph.
It was late in the shift there for Team Powless, and they just didn't seem like they knew they were going to pass it or ditch it to the corner there. Sloppy turnover.
Yeah, and you can see Blameyers just runs onto the ball. It's one of the easiest turnovers he'll ever get, but makes a perfect finish to find his slot. There's a chance going the other way for Powless. Kind of jumping at that save was Aaron Montague from Hamilton.
Tenacious, great turnover there. Open look.
Here's a rip from the outside, trying to get him unawares, but Montague with a nice stop. Aaron Montague listed at 5'9", 135 pounds. Just not the profile you picture for a goaltender in box lacrosse. Pretty sharp so far, though. Seeing the ball very well, getting himself in good position. Nice steal by Powless, and they immediately are on the run. I think Johnny Powless has had a word with his team before this game saying, hey guys, let's push, let's go.
That and filled him up with Mountain Dew.
That could be it. Little sidearm rip there by Austin Lamoureux. He was a Team Ontario midget player this year, but couldn't actually go to nationals because he had an injury. There's a big chance for him, and there's a chance right on top of the grease. Oh, what a save! Brilliant. Nicole Powless, I believe a younger cousin of Johnny Powless, if I'm not mistaken, thought he was home and cooled out, but the big save.
Verbeek and his offensive player got tied up at the top of the key there, and there was a wide open lane, and what a remarkable save that was.
Atkin Dwyer heads off the floor to make way for another offensive player. Here's Blaemeyers. Oh, great backdoor pass. Another big save, though. I really want this goalie to turn around so we can see who he is, because I want to give him credit for these saves he's making. He has been fantastic. You're saying you think it's a 52, but I think that's just a little logo on the side.
Well, I'm from Baltimore, and a great play like that's always likened to Ray Lewis, so maybe that's Ray in the goal.
Ray Lewis. I'm not a Ray Lewis guy. Thought he was a showboat. Maybe I shouldn't say that to a Baltimorean. I'm a big Ed Reed fan, though. That saved me.
Yeah, he wasn't a showboat either.
He wasn't. No, he didn't do all the dancing and yelling and trying to take credit for everything that everyone on the field did. But that's just my feeling about it.
I'm just teasing. They both were special athletes.
They were. Team Dawson back on the offense. Ryan Welpley trying to create something. The ball gets stripped. Here comes Powless. Nice job avoiding the crease as he runs out of trouble. Ethan Gomes. Here's a break. On his offside, creates a bit of space, but then nice job again by the goaltender. And here comes Team Powless. Trying to even things up. It's just the breakaway goal for Team Dawson, the only one so far on the board. We're 7 minutes into this game. And again, on the run. I think Ryan Lemley couldn't quite believe he still had the ball after that one check. This ball pops loose off the shot. Swings out to the middle, snagged there, and Team Powless is off to the races. Oh, that's a big collision. Mason Blacktop, this is 6'4", 210. Just runs straight through it. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful rip. We had the exact same reaction to that shot by Jake Darlison from Whitby. Just drifts a high to high in there. The audacity to even think that's a good shot to take, like that makes sense, because he's getting so far down by the time he beats the defender that angle just didn't look like it was there, but very aware, of course, that the head of the stick has eyes that you don't. He just realized he could get that ball over into the corner and placed it perfectly.
Team Dawson was paying so much attention to the right-handed side that the lane opened up for him. And
here's a chance. Nice save by Montague. He's going to corral that loose ball. Ooh, gets the pass through. That looked like danger, but he makes it. And here comes Finley Thompson. Hands it off. A little switch there for... Okay, now this goal scored, and I'm going to apologize.
31. There we go.
It was 8 that scored, right?
So
I'm going to apologize in advance because I wasn't able to go down and talk to. No, you're looking at Team Powless. That was Team Dawson.
No, I'm saying you were curious about who we wanted to give all the love to. It's Quentin Greenfield.
Okay, I was looking at this play by McComber, And that is just a beautiful finish. And I didn't have a chance to get down on the floor before this game and talk to the players. I was trying to track him down. We're going to call him Deha, because the name it looked like is Deha Ron Hirens. But I didn't get a chance, so I apologize for not being able to. We're going to go with Deha McComber, and that is a beautiful finish, however you want to look at it. That gets the first goal, or the 2-1 goal for Team Dawson, puts them back ahead. Nice strip. And there, the defender wearing some aqua-colored shoes, some teal. I was noticing in the warm-up, actually, for the first game, that everyone was wearing black or white shoes. I thought the kids these days liked all the colors. That pass doesn't quite connect, comes off the boards, and is scooped up there by Michael Blameyers. He's going to let one rip through traffic, didn't get there. So Quentin Greenfield, the goaltender for Team Powless. They do have the 2, so he'll switch out halfway through the second period. But he's already done enough to impress me and make me want to think I'd like to have a further look at him. Great job getting through traffic, getting the shot off by Alex Roussel. But the stop again by Montague. And again, we go the other way. Blameyers, oh my goodness. Another breakout goal. This one, he had some defenders back there, but it makes no difference. He finds that spot just inside the post.
Greenfield's walking that one off.
I think one of the best parts of that play is the catch, reaching behind him with one hand on a dead run, and making it look so easy. That is not that simple of a play to maintain your momentum and your balance. Here's a drive to the net. Montague makes himself big. And here we go, breakaway. Great hustle on the trail check, but he loses his stick. It's wide open. Nice finish there. Finley Thompson, what wheels. 3-time box national champion.
They waved that one off there, Stamper,
Crease?
on a crease.
I hate that as a shooter, but I feel good for my man Quentin Greenfield, who has been hung out to dry by his teammates a little bit here. Team Powless pushing up in the offensive zone again. Jumping float shot to the far side, didn't quite connect for Nicholas Crowley from Peterborough. Ball is shoveled over, and here's Jay Verbeek, the Arthur native. Boy, there's some great lacrosse players from Arthur. For such a small town, the amount of talent it's produced is unbelievable. Pretty sure that Rob Marshall is from Arthur. Getting the feed out. JVI. Oh, stop it, Alex. Don't make me repeat your name. You don't want to hear what I have to say there. So, we are ready to go. Aaron Montague is back between the pipes. Team Dawson will start with the ball at center with a fresh 30 on the clock, leading 3-1. Boy, Dan Dawson's having himself a coaching day. Winning the first game, early lead here. I was talking to the coaches beforehand about, what do you do? How do you coach a group like this? And they were saying, hey, just trying to help them any way we can. There's only so much you can do. You're not installing a system. In the warm-up, you just basically go over some basics. There's a rip from the outside. Greenfield pulls that one in. The Huntsville goaltender making another nice stop. And Powless going the other way. Here's Nicholas Crowley. Montague squeezes that one. Crowley, part of a group of young Peterborough players that I know. I'm from Peterborough. I hear all the time. There's been a bit of a tough spell. It was unheard of in Peterborough for the junior A team to not be in the playoffs, and now it's been 3 or 4 years in a row they've missed the postseason, and it's been very strange for folks around town. But they have a lot of hope for some of these young players coming up. They're going to generate a bit of a rebirth. I mean, obviously I'm from there. I'm a little biased, but it is one of the great centers, along with Orangeville and Whitby and some of the others coming up like Oakville and Mimico that are really producing players. Burlington's been a great, we saw the Burlington Junior A team playing an exhibition game before this one. They've been producing tons of talent. I think they're playing again after this, actually getting a second game in.
I believe so. I think they did a half squad split with their roster players. One of the things we've seen here, that's the first shift in a couple minutes where either team has made use of their 30, been a little more deliberate.
And Team Powless, just like that, is going the other way and shooting. Nice stick save by Montague. I haven't seen a lot of passing from the goaltenders in this game, and we're seeing Montague kind of with the handoff. His defender was right there, but same thing the other end with Greenfield. I'd like to see if what they can do throwing the ball. I tell you, I've played net like twice, and with the big stick, it's hard to control the ball. I find with that big stick, you just got to work and work and work on that. You see some of the things guys can do. Goalies throwing the ball, it amazes me. Pass down low, cutting towards the middle of the net, middle of the crease.
Good decision there, good take.
Yep. Nice handoff. That was William McLeod making the pass, and then Nicholas Crowley tries to get the shot off, misses. They're down to 7 on the shot clock. Wide open look. Oh, it just looked like Justin Veilleux from North Shore kind of stumbled, caught his toe on the turf a bit.
Well, that's Damani Thomas again, drawing a lot of attention on the right side. He's a big load, had 2 defenders to him, and made a real nice flip underneath.
Commissar number 59. Working Powless. Going back out. There he is. Backdoor pass. Nice attempt, but I'm not sure if that one went off the back side of the net. Now we're going to get a reset, and as Powless gets it back, all kinds of pressure. They're still not just the one goal, but they're generating chances. Another save from Montague. Oh, what a stop. That one bounced off Montague. Was going to go into the net, though, and was grabbed just in time by Finley Thompson.
It's a long shift for that crew out there, so Team Powless getting fresh 5 on the floor.
Little sidearm shot by Lamoureux. Back in against Team Powless, and Dawson will get the ball. Lamoureux starting with it. Looks for McComber at the top. Little skip pass. Trying to generate something there. Ball back over center, getting over and back. Here using CLA rules.
5 on the shot clock.
McComber's rip is knocked down. Nice active stick there by Blacktop. And Lamoureux will just roll it into the corner as the 30 expires. Just under 3 20-minute running time periods. And we'll have Scott Fox down on the floor with an interview. Is that in? No, Montague with the stop.
I'm not sure about that
I thought
one.
it was in too.
Yeah, that's
The ref's
okay.
right
it's an
there,
exhibition.
though. Yeah, I kind of thought that went in and bounced off when he came out.
Remove the goal, not the line.
Where's the red flag?
Yeah.
Johnny Powless is not throwing his red flag. He'd have to, I don't know, grab a kid's red helmet and toss it out. He doesn't actually have a flag. Nice job getting on the stick there by Ethan Gomes, blocking that shot. Fresh 30s, it did go off Greenfield. That one's off the boards and back out. Ducking under the check to the shot. Oh, it's through. Greenfield got some of it, but it just bounced off his legs and ricocheted around. Race Ripley has himself a goal.
You know, Team Dawson in that first game really worked the middle of the floor. And here in the second, it looks like, especially in this shift, there's 5-6 outside shots, one after another till one slips in there.
Yeah, Ripley takes the first hit, kind of ducks under it, sees the second one coming, gets the shot off in time. Rohendy O'Rourke square fighting for that loose ball off the faceoff, but it's grabbed instead by Bodie Littlehills. And Littlehills going for a bit of a run. Littlehills from Newmarket. Just got away. Rourke square was going after that ball, but Square pulls up at center. He's not going to chase the Powless player down into the Powless end, especially since they've only got 5 now on the shot clock. That pass doesn't connect. They're just going to go for a change. It's actually might have been a shot on net. Not sure if it got there before the 30 ended, but just kind of rolled in by Thomas.
Players definitely loosening up some here.
Pass to the second option, and then over to the far side to McComber. Turns and gets a not a bad little bounce shot, but Greenfield all over it. Powless under some pressure from the Dawson forecheckers. Good job breaking out of their end. Oh, watch out, here comes the trail check. Just getting it away in time. Ethan Gomes just kind of drawing the check coming in and then flicking the pass at the last moment. Picked up there by, let's see who that is. That'll be it for the first quarter.
Well, 5 minutes for Team Powless to right the ship a little bit. I think they gave away some easy transition goals, a couple goals that kind of snuck in there.
Yeah, they'll try and tighten the clamps a little bit. Scott Fox is going to grab an interview. I'm Stephen Stamp with 8th and Sunderland. We are pleased to have you along here on Lac Sports Network as we bring you the 2019 Midget Top Prospects Showcase. There comes Scott. We got him on camera. We see he's going out to get his guy.
So while he's looking, Stephen, give me 3 players that really kind of jumped out to you in that first period.
First period, okay. I liked, well, Greenfield. I liked Quentin Greenfield. Thought he did a good job. I'd say Finley Thompson, terrific athleticism. And for my third, I'm going to say maybe Jabe Verbeek. Anyway, we're going to go down to Scott Fox on the floor. We'll talk about it more after this.
Myers from Team Dawson. Coming into a game like this, how important is the team effort versus your individual effort?
The boys just got to come out here and play hard, and if we play hard as a team, we all can show our individual efforts from the team effort.
Scored a couple of goals in the first. Is it tough playing against the best in Ontario?
Oh, for sure, but personally for me, like playing against the best, I don't step down to their level, so I'm playing at my best too, having some fun with the boys out here, and it's a good day.
Good way to celebrate the last weekend before Christmas, out here with the best?
For sure, for sure.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Michael Blaemeyers from Team Dawson.
All right, welcome back, Lacrosse friends, to the 2019 Top Prospects Showcase. I'm Stephen Stamp with 8th and Sunderland. It is 4-1 Team Dawson through 20 minutes, and we just checked with Deha McComber, and I did okay.
You did great. I'm just going to stick with number 8.
Yeah. Here we go, period 2, getting underway. Ball flying down into the Team Dawson corner. Backdoor attempt doesn't quite connect, and here comes Dawson. We were talking off air about It's just, it has become a track meet. I mean, these guys are just going there, looking to go constantly. Dawson McComber. And I did get a chance to check with him just at the end of the intermission. I did okay. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, what a pickoff.
It's got no help.
Marshall Woods going to run through everybody and get a shot off. Stopped by Montague. But he's going to go for the loose ball on the rebound and gets it back. Big shift by Woods.
Why not, right?
Yeah. Marshall Woods, his dad, Cam Woods, the Toronto Rock defensive legend. That pass is knocked down. Now it's going to be a crease violation. Got down by the feet of Jake Darlison. He couldn't quite come up with it. Darlison, who played some games, he's a whippy guy, played some games for the Junior B Gales. This past summer, a handful of guys have played some Junior B already as call-ups. Pass somehow got through. Oh, and then getting through the defenders. Great save by Montague as William McLeod was allowed to just walk right in. And here we go the other way. Oh, that's a tough one for Team Powless. With a great chance of their own. And then Team Dawson goes down the other end and buries it. Is that Blaymeyers again?
We'll have to look at the board here behind you.
Yeah.
Finley Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson. Lying down the floor.
So we were talking about the three that impressed in the first period, and he would have been my one of my top three there for the first period.
Yeah, Finley Thompson, one of the guys I noted. He's so athletic, and of course there he finishes off showing some hands as well. Who are your other two? Because I went with, I can't remember.
I was impressed with Blacktop on D just because he's such a big load, and he's running the floor great. He's not afraid to get the ball into transition.
We're at 65 for Team Dawson. Here's a chance for Dawson in the right in the middle, and another goal back to back by Finley Thompson. He was the MVP of the Midget A Final Six this year, rated the top attack man in the class of 2022. You can see why with hands like that.
Yeah.
Here's the play. Going to his offside, draws the defenders, the goalie, everybody over to the right, and just floats that shot back into the left. Powless comes away with possession. They're down 6-1 after back-to-back quick goals from Team Dawson. Boy, the chirping from Dawson to Powless. If he can hang on and we'll go 2-0 here, we'll be ruthless, I'm sure. Bodie Littlehales with the shot from there. Marshall Woods, sorry, the shot from the top, and it's a breakout the other way. Oh, nice save. Coming into play now is Nick Sanderson for Team Powless. He makes that stop on Mason Walton. Walton, who has had a couple of nice setups to lead to goals, wasn't able to finish one for himself. He'll hand the ball off now. And Dawson McComber. Reach around sidearm shot there by Blaymeyers. Gomes hands it off. He slips inside looking for the give and go, but wasn't there, so a shot taken by Truett Sunderland. 57 points last year for Sunderland as a sophomore at Calvert Hall.
Well, as his dad, he was a freshman last year.
Oh, sorry,
This
he's a
year,
freshman. There you go.
finding his way.
I'm sure he's only going to step up from there. Here's a drive towards the net, trying to split through the two defenders. They do a pretty nice job of taking the ball carrier, but they left Finley Thompson, who ran out of options, but he's going to make the pass for the goal. What a great connection there by Race Ripley and Finley Thompson.
I think I'd be keeping an eye on where 40 is on the floor at all times.
Right? I'm not sure I love that shot selection by Thompson, but he redeemed himself pretty quickly by flipping it out there to race Ripley.
So that's Ripley's second. You know, one of the few Americans that are up here. He plays for the Warthogs Box Cross program and in the ECBL back at home.
Very different to the first one, though, which was an outside shot. Basically just had some time and space and ripped it from outside the dotted line.
Another sophomore playing in MIA.
So a freshman last year.
Freshman last year, yeah.
See how I picked that up? Comes Team Dawson trying to extend this 6-goal lead. Actually, what they're trying to do is just play good, solid shifts up here on offense. They pass it through. Great pass to Thompson, but he drops the ball. And we're going to have a loose ball foul called there. I always love, I think it was Ethan Gomes looking at him and saying, what's the call? Oh, it wasn't Gomes. That was, Aiden McDonnell. He's like, what? Why is that a possession call?
Barely touched him.
He cross-checked him in the middle of the back as he was trying to pick the ball up. Never admit your guilt, I guess. Here comes Powless. Pass doesn't quite connect, and Damini or Damani? Thomas will pick it up, makes a pass across. A little hesitation, and the shot doesn't get through from William McLeod. Montague.
You're the Canadian. I'm not going to correct your pronunciations.
Wide open space, and I'm not sure that.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if we get on the floor here.
Bodie Littlehales. Nice trail check. Just kind of hanging the stick out there. Great hustle coming back by Nota Hopkins.
I'm guessing as a defender, he doesn't get many of those.
No. Got a little focus on what he was going to do with the ball and not who might be coming behind him. It was Nota Hopkins. Center's producing some pretty good lacrosse talent these days. Oh, what a rip. There's some talent from the Wallaceburg native Nota Hopkins. Going low to high, just drops the head of the stick. Elevates that one, doing his best Jordan Hall impression.
No chance on the save.
I love the little hard step to the right to get the defender going that way, and then the quick reversal around the defender to open the shooting.
What he does nice is he throws his hands to the middle of the floor to get him free, and then just with a snap of the wrist, puts it on cage. Goalie didn't have a chance.
He called it the cage. No, you know what? Some Canadians will say that. Personally, I'm a neck guy.
Well, you still call what you eat up here pizzas, so we'll call it even.
Ow. It's a bit of a sore spot behind us. We have some folks waiting for pizza to arrive. You're from Baltimore. What do you have, crab pizza? Here's a chance in front. Oh, great one-hand pass. Nicholas Crowley getting that ball over. Nice finish, but what a play to set it up by Noah Crowley. Nicholas Crowley.
Well, I'll give a shout out.
Here it is, the one hand around the defender. And then Truett Sunderland. It was a nice finish.
It was.
I know it's all about the pass, but it was a nice finish.
It was good poise, good finish.
And he's been playing box for about 4 years, right?
He has.
Obviously, loves the sport. Here's a chance on the back door for Lamoureux. He's knocked off nicely. Can't quite get the pass across, and Powless will come the other way. Pretty good transition defense by Powless. And now flying up the floor is Sunderland. He's fast. Were you that fast when you were his age?
No, his mom was an all-star athlete.
Ah, there you go.
Only when chased do I run that fast.
Atkin Dwyer rumbling up the floor. The big fella listed at 6'2", 205 from Mimico. Takes it end to end. Doesn't quite lead to the scoring opportunity they would have liked. Oh, that one's knocked down. Mason Walton will go and bail his teammate out. Mark Waters driving, passes it across. We have a crease violation.
So halfway through the second here, Team Powless is going to have to keep working the ball in the middle and just take better care of it.
As they're giving it up, Finley Thompson gets it ahead. Nice save by Sanderson. Wide open all alone was Atkin Dwyer. Took his time. I think he got pretty much the shot he was looking for. Just Sanderson just took that spot away. Alex Roussel from Mimico. A bunch of Mimico lads here. Montague with the save.
New 30.
Oh, great pickoff of that pass. As Thompson has kind of floated a behind the back pass.
You know better
Under
than
some
I do,
pressure.
Steven, but you get a fresh 30 like that, I don't think there's any need to try that across the floor pass underneath.
Yeah, if it's wide open, if it's there, obviously you take it. But if there's somebody in the lane, you just don't need to force that when you've got time to try and set things up. And we've discussed it a bit. You want to value the possession, value the time you have on the 30, but push things. Go when it's there. When there's an opportunity and the situation is right, it's hard to avoid. It's hard. You're in a showcase event. You got somebody down. You want to make that nice pass. Here's McComber fighting through traffic. Passes off as he gets drilled. Nice save by Sanderson. Team Powless comes away with it. Shovel pass. Clears it out to Blacktop.
He's listed as a transition player, but I'm fine seeing him getting plenty of shifts down low as a forward, and he's making good use of his time on the floor.
Yeah, a great interview I thought in the intermission, asking Scott Fox was asking.
Nifty
Get to a
pass,
sec.
nice finish
Oh,
there.
great
play.
finish.
Again, that one was started by Damani Thomas. Again, drawing a lot of attention. I think he's just got great handle, great size. He draws the defense and is able to flip it off, and wide open down the middle was Ethan Gomes.
Yeah, showing some touch and some lacrosse IQ. And it's interesting because Gomes bounces one through. Nice shot. And that's the challenge for the bigger kids and the younger ages. You dominate just the size when you're a bigger kid, but that advantage gradually goes away as everyone reaches their full adult sizes, and you're going to have less of that edge as you go to higher levels. So for Damani Thomas, seeing the floor vision and the touch that he's got to go with it gives him the prospects to really keep growing his game as well. Down the floor by Ryan Lumley, hands it off. There's McComber with the shot. Sanderson has just shut the door for Team Powless since he came in. Good chance, 2-on-1. Pass gets through. Oh, what a play. Wow. That's Jake Darlison from Whitby. Yeah, great fake to the Gales clubs. I think those are some Gales clubs, aren't they? The green?
What a great first fake there. Had the goalie going hard to his left. A lot of net to shoot at there.
Montague bites hard on the fake.
Here.
Pulls him within 4 with 6.5 to go here in the second. It's 8-4, Team Dawson. I'm Steven Stamp with from Sunderland. Thanks for being with us at this Top Prospects Showcase here at the Toronto Rock Athletics Center on the Lac Sports Network. Long outlet pass. Here comes Sunderland. Slow down. Pick coming, steps around it. Oh, feeds it through. Just may have been tipped. I think Joshua Warren from Gloucester got his stick on that one. That one was blocked for sure. Behind the back from Sunderland. He's going to go get his own rebound. They got a fresh 30, so he can take his time now. That one I don't mind him taking because it's, there's almost a lane through. He's right on top of the crease with it. But
It's been a good shift by Team Powless here.
It has. And actually a pretty good defensive shift by Team Dawson as well, getting in the lanes, not making anything easy for Powless. And an extended shift, you got to stay attentive. Caleb Connell stays up in the offensive zone after running it up into that front court.
Finley Thompson again operating.
Oh, tries to get to McComber. He gets it and gets the shot off Sanderson again with the save. Boy, here is Sanderson from Nick Sanderson from Newmarket. So pretty impressive so far. I don't know if he's always this good. Certainly sharp today. Another save. That one labeled for the far side. by Thompson.
I think they're just giving him a little bit too much room, whether he's feeding, whether he's shooting, whatever he's doing. Finley's just chewing these guys up right now.
Yeah. His feed through. McComber checked up on immediately. There's a penalty coming.
That's just silly.
Aiden McDonnell with just the cross check to the back. So illegal cross checking on McDonnell. Again, I apologize to the family if it's been fun. Because of the back-to-back games and these guys being involved over on the far the concrete pad while the first game was going on, didn't get a chance to talk to folks. So either way, Aiden is off to serve 2 or less.
Yeah, 3 lefties on the floor.
Thompson over to the far side. He was stopped though. Here's McComber, rips it in. What a shot. Deha McComber.
Great finish. Way to make use of the 2-on-1 there between McComber and Ripley. Ripley draws, 2-on-1 dump, and just a great finish.
Changes the shooting angle, dropping the head of the stick. See Hopkins getting his own rebound. Wow. That's a nice shot. From distance. Cody Little Ales facing off this time against Austin Lamoureux. Lamoureux wins it, gets to the head for Mark Waters, but he's turned aside again by Sanderson. Well, he's taken a perfect shot by McComber to beat Sanderson and get that 9th goal for Dawson, but he has been sharp. Oh, the ball pops free. He got it back, a little bounce shot. Gomes couldn't find the spot. Ball free along the boards. Big time forecheck pressure. It's a holding call.
Free hand.
Free hand grabbing onto the shoulder. Here's Dwyer. Oh, nice shot.
Big man.
Oh, man, can he move? Can be that big and move that fast? And he's being tracked down by Ethan Gomes. And it's such a good job of protecting the stick as he gets that shot off.
Well, take a look. He's 4 feet wide up top, and there's not a lot of room to get around him.
Fair point.
But still, great finish. He jumped right off the page on that first shift of the game.
Yeah.
When he
We're done under 2 minutes to go here in the second of 3 20-minute running time periods. It's 10-14 Dawson. I'm Steven Stamp with Ethan Sunderland. And at the intermission, remember to stick with us. Scott Fox will have an interview with one of the players down on the floor. Another chance for Dawson. Wide open. Big save by Sanderson. Turning aside. Michael Blameyer's looking for his hat trick. Blameyer's fighting through, and that shot gets blocked. Little Hales with the defense there.
So Stamper, we agree that this type of an event is a great idea.
Yes.
And are you impressed that the kids aren't playing too much ball, that they are trying to cohesiveness out here on the floor and not doing too many things just to showcase individual talent?
Yeah, most of the decisions seem to be pretty wise, and I'm sure Dan Dawson and Johnny Powless talked to them about that. Let's play a team game. And it is. I mean, there's the odd time you'll see a guy do something that maybe in a regular game you might want him to hold off on, but for the most part, I think they've been pretty sharp, pretty smart about how they're handling themselves.
I know in the first game we saw from one period, here's a 2-on-1, let's hold off on this.
Wide open chance on the back door. Oh, the shot as the defender played the pass. That's turned aside by Sanderson.
We definitely saw in the first game the improvement period over period. I think we're seeing some of that here too.
That's why I mentioned 34, Joshua Warren for Team Dawson, who was running back in defense for Powless and played the passes. Here's another break. And they're going to shoot and they score. A nice far side shot. That is Blaymeyer's game. Or no, that's Mason Walton. Sorry. But yeah, I was going to say Warren hustling back and getting making the defensive play. And I don't know if he was thinking this, but when you've got your goalie playing as well as Sanderson has, let him take the shot.
Absolutely.
You know, play the pass.
Play the pass.
Force the guy who's running one-on-one. And there's a case where they kind of play the shot. It leads to a pass across and a harder stop for Sanderson to make.
I think most goalies would agree with you. They'd rather play the shot than the pass.
You don't have to move across and reset. Scott Fox is going to go grab a player. Let's see him stay up with Nathan Sunderland. And we just want to thank Powell Lacrosse for their support. All these prospects, the team uniforms came from Powell Lacrosse. Each player got a socks, shorts, and shooting shirt. So pretty cool kit these guys got from Powell Lacrosse. And also, once again, thanking Jamie Dahlrup of the Toronto Rock and the Toronto Rock Athletic Center for supporting the inaugural 2019 Top Prospects game. It was Michael Blameyers between the first and second period joining Scott Fox. Now he's grabbing somebody from Team Powless. He's just trying to decide who he wants. Who would you get?
I've just been impressed with Thomas. With Damani Thomas.
Yep.
Ethan Gomes.
I would say Ethan Gomes. I believe a decision has been made.
Gomes? Nope.
No. We will find out in just a moment as Scott Fox will be down on the floor.
Okay, we are down here on the floor with number 43, Jake Darlison. Hey, Jake, how you doing? A couple of goals that period. The comeback is back on. You guys started off the period down 8-1. A lot of adversity to overcome. Did you guys have a moment on the bench? Did the coach say something? What inspired this comeback?
We kind of just realized that we needed to score. We bury our scoring chances and play hard D, keep going, transition.
Play against the guys that you have, or to play with the guys that you've spent your entire career playing against?
Yeah, it is tough. It's just because we're all friends here, and it's just fun time here.
And the significance of a top prospect event. I mean, this really is the best of the best. How does it feel to be out here?
It feels good. It feels like my hard work paid off in my regular season playing for Whitby. So, yeah, feels like it.
All right, good luck in the Junior A draft.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
All right, welcome back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the third period in about 2 minutes. Thanks, Scott and Jake, and we'll be back. All right, welcome back to Lacrosse Friends. 20 more minutes to go here at the Top Prospects Showcase. What an event this has been. I'm Stephen Stamp with Nathan Sunderland. You're bringing to this team. I want to thank you on air for jumping in, doing some color.
My pleasure. It's fun. You never know what life brings you, and here I am just toting a kid around the North America, and now I'm calling a game with you.
Right? At least I gave you lots of warning. I asked you a good, 6 minutes before the game?
About. Told me to spit my gum out and come join you.
Yep. Makes me sick.
Of gum.
I can't be around it. It's a quirk.
Canadian thing.
It's not, because a lot of Canadians do it. It's a me thing, I'll tell you. I know a few other people are the same, but yeah, just I'm very sensitive to smells, and I wouldn't be able to handle it. All right, Team Powless with the ball, pass ahead.
Tough hit behind the play there.
Greenfield is back in between the pipes for Team Powless. He's going to get a bit of time here. Oh, and actually, hang on a second. I see what's going on. So, it's actually Sanderson stayed in for Team Powless, and Greenfield's come in for Team Dawson, giving Montague a break and Greenfield a little more time between the pipes. Montague working the door now as Team Powless on the attack. Battle along the boards. Powless running out of time on their shot clock. Get it back. Though. Nice effort, the diving attempt. Great play, but stepping in the crease was Nicholas Crowley. Great effort, though. Just it looked like Team Dawson just kind of went to sleep thinking the 30 was over, and Crowley knew it wasn't.
So we talked a little bit about the growth and the spread of Canadian box lacrosse making its way down to the United States. And today we've seen 4 players from the East Coast Box Lacrosse League, 2 in the first game, Keegan Tracy and Eric Padelford, who play in the ECBL. And in this game we've got Race Ripley and Truett Sunderland, who play in the ECBL. And what have you thought about the Americans' ability to kind of hang with the Canadians today?
Well, I'll tell you, they haven't stood out as not being comfortable. You know, they haven't looked out of place, which is huge, right? Because, I mean, that's what you want, because that's what you generally see with guys who haven't got a chance to play box lacrosse and they come and try and play box. You see little things that make you think, oh, that's an American guy, that's a field player. I haven't seen that at all from them, which to me is a pretty good sign that you guys are doing some things right.
A great group of people, whether it's Brendan Gorman at O2 or Jake Fox at the Warthogs and Ken Hasty up at Can-Am, FCA Can-Am. They're doing great things with the Americans and trying to bring, like we talked earlier, it's the culture of the sport. And I'm glad to hear that your wise eyes have seen a noticeable adaptation here of the Americans. Maybe they can carry it back.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You have the players, you have the coaches who get the experience and go back and share it and spread it, you know, tenfold, getting it to other players. Nice strip there. Both defenses here playing pretty solid in the transition game. And Team Dawson will come ahead. The pace definitely slowed down here in the third from what we saw, certainly off the opening of this game. McComber, little hidden ball trick. I think they're on it. No, they were fooled. McComber, at the last moment, they did figure it out, but it worked. Everyone was following Michael Blaymeyers. Get back. Here's McComber. 1 second to shoot. Gets it off, but it's wide, and the 30 will expire. Blacktop looked to the bench, looked to pass off, and said he's going to go for a run. Takes the check from Blaymeyers, spins around, makes the pass off, and now goes for a sub. Another heads-up play there by Blacktop, who you pointed out you really like. What he needed to do to set it up for his teammates to get in the offensive set. They're down to 8-9 on the shot clock here. And Thomas, who's hanging on, makes the pass through. Quick release. Great attempt there, but Jake Darlison couldn't quite find his spot. Here, all alone at the other end. Oh, ringing it off the post.
Push some early 3-on-3 down this side, a little extra floor to work with.
Remember I said the pace was slowing down a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wrong. It was for about a minute.
For a shift.
Yeah. Oh, there's a pass to the middle behind the back. Another nice save by Greenfield. Darlison's getting some chances, but just not quite able to find his holes. Lamoureux will head up the floor for Team Dawson. Far side to Hopkins. Oh, bounces one home. Just releases. Perfect timing. I don't know if we're going to get it on the replay, but that was made because he waited until his defender turned his head and cut right at that instant to get open.
Team Dawson, when they're slowing the pace down, it's having a contagious effect on Powless. Their D stopped moving their feet, napped a little bit, and watch this cut through the middle.
You can see how wide open he is by that point. But yeah, and I mean, we saw the tail end of it, but you can see how wide open he was.
Just because the O slows down their tempo, you know, the defense cannot lose their intensity, get lulled to sleep, or else you're going to get that one.
12-4 now, Team Dawson ahead, but this could be a breakaway. Oh, great hustle working back by Mark Waters. Just swatted away from William McLeod, and here comes Team Dawson again. And you talked about, you know, the team versus individual and the, you know, and what are you doing in a showcase event? And here's Team Dawson up by 8, and still that in the summer. I know it's December, but it's CLA rules. You can't actually jump behind like that. Here's a chance.
There's a nice finish again.
Great sidearm rip by Jay Verbeek.
I think that's his second nice finish like that in transition. Patient, the goalie picks his spot and finishes.
Gorgeous shot. Right in that spot between the, you know, between the knee and just around the hip, where it's hard for a goalie to move that over once you've established so that it's open. If you can put it there, it's really tough to check. 12-5. But my point was for Team Dawson, just keep working hard. They haven't. They've got a big lead. It's the third period. They haven't backed off at all. They're just playing shift to shift, just going out and giving it an effort. There's another save. The ball popped right out on the crease on the rebound.
2 good rebounds there. The third look. Be a little deliberate on the offense here. I think will work well for them.
Yeah, they're slowing things down a bit. And again, not thinking so much about the win and loss. Have a good offensive set here is the goal. Bounces away from Dawson.
10 on the clock. Nice.
Nice attempt there, but Alex still getting that ball heading out, trying to get the shot off. Sunderland gets a big bump. Roussel going the reverse shot there. We saw a couple of goals last night by young NLL players. I think Brett Craig and Dylan Kinnear, I believe, both scored with their backs to the net last night for the Colorado Mammoth. And for them it was huge because they were going home to Calgary. They're both Alberta boys. First NLL goals, I believe it was for both of them. Pretty spectacular. Here's a drive to the net. Nice job staying out of the crease, but the save is made by Sanderson.
That's a time where I really like the early O, as we often talked.
Yeah, Ryan Lemley going to the net.
Got underneath. It was a good time, good take.
Oh, behind the back, very quick release by Rowan Dio. Work square, running in transition. You mentioned Dan Dawson's been letting his guys go up, his D guys go up and play some offense. Work square stayed up for it there. I like that, both Powless and Dawson letting guys play all over the floor a little bit. It's really not until junior that for the most part guys do really specialize. In minor lacrosse, you have to play both ways. You can't send guys just play one or the other. Atkin Dwyer somehow still hanging on to that ball. Then when it finally gets stripped away from him, he gets it back and makes an easy pass to the far side. There's nothing easy about most of that shift, though, for Ryan Atkin. Or sorry, Atkin Dwyer. Mimico product Dwyer. And Team Powless as we near the midway point of this third period of game 2. Top prospects. Bodie Littlehales has gone end to end. Now they hand it off. See if William McLeod can generate something. That pass doesn't quite connect, and it's snagged there. Taken away by Ryan Welpley. Welpley from Sarnia making the trek in for this. It's great to see kids from all over coming in. Sarnia, I'm sure you know, Sarnia is on the very western edge of Ontario. It's quite a trek from there. North Shore is up in Quebec. That's a ways. Ganawagi and Akwesasne kids coming from quite a ways away, and of course yourselves from Baltimore. People come from all over to be part of this, and obviously you're having a chance to talk to Truitt about the game, but overall, how are you?
Well, we've been blessed that this is our 5th time to Ontario to play up here, and every time it seems to get better and better, and the lacrosse community, as you know, travels. Whether you're in the U.S. or whether in Canada, and look at the relationships that are made. I think that's probably about as much fun as the actual gameplay, as we've somewhat talked about it. Look, you and I, here we are, friends, met 6 minutes before the game, and we're calling a game together.
There you go. We're not even on Facebook yet. Are you on Facebook? I don't even know if you're on Facebook. You don't look like you're a Facebook guy.
I'm not a Facebook guy. I'm there, but no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm a text man.
Twitter? Text, okay. You're up with some of the tech. Here's a chance, wide open, ripping it a little wide though, was Nicholas Crowley. That one's going to ricochet all the way back over center, tracked down by Thomas.
Short time.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Take that pass across from his knees.
And here we go. We get another 30, fresh 30.
It actually wound up being a shot as it got through to Greenfield. And then that's one where you want to value the possession. We talked about the early O. There are times for it and they're not. And that was not.
Yeah, I think Powless would have liked to see a full 30 get some fresh legs on that.
Hopkins slowing things down, hands it off there to Rourke Square. Back up in the offensive zone. Another nice save by Sanderson, but the bounce on the rebound goes straight back out to, I think it's McComber getting that ball. Blaemeyers tries to hit the cutting Hopkins, couldn't quite make the catch. He looked at the stick in case it was still in there. Rourke Square fights off the check. Those are two big young men battling there between Rourke Square and Marshall Woods. Aiden McDonnell goes for a bit of a run, goes for quite a run. Oh, great poise.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
How did he not fall down after that check? I don't know. He just composes himself to realize he's got the time to make that play and then the hands to use it.
I thought he was definitely going to savor the possession. He said, no thanks, I just made the run. I'm going to bury this one.
Oh, that's a gorgeous play. You see the feet kind of catch as he's being checked and the foot catching on the turf and somehow gets it back up. And then, like you said, the presence of mind to see that it's wide open. Go ahead and take that. That's good early. That's good chance taking that shot. You don't need to pull that one out. 6:40 to play here in the third period. That one didn't quite work out for Verbeek, who's had a couple of lovely sidearm shots.
That's going to lead to a 2-on-0 down the other way.
It might. There, it's picked up. Oh, nice pass.
Oh,
great save, but oh, what a play by Cole Powless in transition. Lob pass across.
We haven't talked about Finley much. He's got the ball here.
Yeah, Finley Thompson, the Mimico player, product.
I should say not talk much about him this period. He
Yeah,
lit it up the first two periods.
He really did. Oh, nice behind the back.
And there we go.
Great finish by Austin Lamoureux. Yeah, get that in your, wherever you want to put your Instagram, put it on your highlight package for both of them. Love the twister finish by Lamoureux, who, I mean, there was nothing along the post unless he could get the head of the stick to the left of his hands. And he did it with a quick fling, switch of the wrist to get that twister going. Now Lamoureux, after scoring the goal, is going to go and face off against Bodie Littlehills. He comes away with the ball. He wants another one. He's going to make this pass, though.
He's been great on the draw.
He has. Not to nitpick, but that's another one where I think at that point on that rebound, maybe you pull that one out. Then again, if it goes in, it looks pretty good. Nice fakes there by Darlison to be able to get that shot off of it. Stop. He's been snake bit here.
Didn't know he had it.
What a pickoff. Another 2-on-1. McComber makes the pass. Nice twister, but the big save by Sanderson. As,
look up the floor, they're going to look to stretch. No, Dawson's got his D back already. Another pickoff. Walton,
great
good stretch.
Atkin Dwyer.
Big man wanted to get on the score sheet there again.
He did, but he had a cutter. Blaemeyer's coming after, and he had no angle. I love the catch. I love the play running down to the side, but then I would like to see the pass up top. But they're going to have a chance to set things up, and he'll have it back up top to Dwyer. Through, can't quite connect with Hopkins. Hopkins welcomes the contact, the one-hand shovel pass. Blaemeyers reaches a little spinning shot for the far corner, didn't quite connect. And then that shot was blocked as the 30 expired. We got 3:44 to go.
Dawson again, not afraid to let their defenders get up in the mix on the offensive side of the floor.
Another nice save by Greenfield, taking away that near side. And again, I mean, most of these guys have played both ways. You know, the idea coming up through minor, you have to play both ways. It's really not until I'm not sure if it is your final midget year that you're allowed to specialize. And I like that. I'm a huge fan of everyone playing both ways. Oh, looking very uncomfortable as one of the Powless defenders, but he's going to go and jump into the play. As Mason Blacktop shakes it off, and he's Gonna be stuck out there for another possession.
Yeah, he ate a shot there.
Yeah. But he got back out. Some pressure on Clever. That's what he wanted. That pass doesn't connect. It's going to be pitchforked up out of play as Bodie Littlehills was trying to scoop it up and got away from him a bit. Joshua Warren, but got away from him. He's going to head back, make sure all is well. They've got possession back and head to the bench. And here comes Dawson back up onto the attack. Mark Waters running to his offside. One hand attempt, that one's not on net. Truett Sunderland bringing the ball up. Good stay. So he'd run back in transition defense and come up on the O. 4 righties for Team Powless again. Leaves Verbeek on the near side is the lone lefty. He's got it. With some isolation. Here's the help. The big shot ripped by Thomas. Goes wide though. Hustling back. And has to just fling it at Verbeek because the 30 was about to expire.
Heady play by Verbeek. We had a lot of tired guys who just double shifted that.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why, and if you're not really a box person, you fling that ball down the floor. Not allow a transition opportunity for Dawson. And again, that play makes the play at the end, but the play was really made by the hustle he showed to run down there in the first place, knowing what was developing. Great backdoor finish. Lovely pass across by Race Ripley.
Yeah, Ripley really found that was just absolutely beautiful.
I believe that's Deha McComber who makes the finish. Great vision, beautiful sidearm pass. And McComber with the finish.
He did a great job getting himself in a dangerous spot and then just being unselfish and finding that player on the back pipe.
And then Finley Thompson just sloughs off the check and on his offside lets that one rip.
Well, bragging rights are going to Team Dawson here, winning 2.
Quickly, this comes Thompson. Just sees where he's going, fights off the check, sees a spot he likes, and away he goes. And that's going to be the last goal, in fact, the last play of the game as they just wait for the face-off, at the face-off dot, for the final few seconds to expire. So, the final score is 6. Jamie Dawick and the Toronto Rock and the Toronto Rock Athletic Center for supporting the event with the availability of the floor. Powell Lacrosse for providing the gear packs. Physio Sport Med of Oakville for taping and treatment throughout the day. And Alac Sportsnet for having us on, and JVI for supplying the stream that you're all watching. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Stephen Smith with Nathan Sutherland from the 2019 Top Prospects here at the track